Hey guys, for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you all of my favorite lipsticks. Now, I didn't do my makeup because I want to do a makeup tutorial in my next video that I want to film right after this. But it will be really interesting to see how each of these shades look like without me wearing makeup on. The only thing that I did do was my brows. Okay, so the first shade that I'm going to swatch for you guys is Maybelline Nude Lust. So this is what the packaging looks like. And this is what the lipstick looks like. So it's a really pale nude beige kind of shade, but this one has like a cooler undertone to it. So it has, I don't know, like almost like a mauve-y tint to it. Like a purpley mauve gray kind of beige, but it's really pretty. So let me see if I could swatch a little bit better for you guys before I put it on. This is it. So this is a shade that looks even better on my sister, Amanda. I don't know, it just works with her skin tone. But I think it's a really beautiful shade. It's super pale, super light. But if you have like a pretty fair complexion, this would be really pretty. Otherwise, I would pair it with maybe like a lip liner, and I think it would look even better. Like even on me right now, I feel like it might clash a little bit on my skin tone, but I really like to wear this during the winter time. And I think paired with a lip liner, it's like super pretty, but this is just one of my go-to shades during the winter time. It has like a really pretty shine to it because, you know, it's not super matte or anything. I think if this shade was matte, it would look awful, but because it's got a creaminess factor to it, I think it looks really pretty. And you know, like right now it's not super flattering, but if I'm wearing makeup or, you know, I'm wearing a liner, it looks really pretty. And this is a go-to during the winter time. Okay, so the next shade that I'm going to swatch for you guys is, this is called L'Oreal 800 Ferris Nude. So I actually repurchased this recently, but this is what the shade looks like. I'm going to swatch it right next to this one. So this is super pale too. It's actually maybe slightly more pale or almost the same. But this one isn't so cool tone. Like it's still cool tone, but I don't know. It's not as gray kind of tone as this one, but super light. It has a slight more pinkness to it. And it's like a super light, pale, beigey, pinky nude. So let me, oh, I gotta take the lipstick off before I put it. I'm gonna apply more chapstick first. So this is a shade that I always find myself reaching for. Okay, now I put it on. Especially during like the springtime. It is really pale. It actually looks more beige. I don't like it without makeup on, but when I wear makeup, I really like this shade. It's really pretty. It's got like a nice, it goes with pink. Like if I'm wearing like a pink outfit or like a romper, kind of like that springy or summertime look, I really love to reach for this shade. And I just find it to be really pretty. And then if I want to wear a lip liner with it, I think it's really nice as well. And it's just that perfect like light pinky shade. Okay, so my next shade I'm gonna swatch for you guys is actually like my top favorite pink shade. This is like a pink nude that I'm going to mention next. So this is called Rimmel Airy Fairy. It's been discontinued for a while. But this is what it looks like. I wish they would bring it back out again because it's like honestly my favorite and I'm down to the end of it. I just haven't found a shade quite like this one. I think the other one is similar, but this one's more pink. So if you look at this, this has slightly more like a peachy kind of ness to it. I don't even know how to describe it. Maybe more beige, and this is slightly more pink. And it's so pretty. I absolutely love it. It's very cool tone. And so beautiful. This is my go-to shade whenever I wear pink or I want a light pink lipstick. It's super light, but it's got like a nude undertone to it. It's not too pink. It's still on the beigey side. And I like that it's more muted. You guys can see it looks really pale on me right now, but this is very pretty if you want that girly kind of pink, light pink lipstick, but it is super light and super pale. I have shades like this one because I liked it so much. Okay, so this next shade I'm gonna mention is another one of my go-tos. This is Maybelline Born With It. So this is what it looks like. So this one's more pink than this shade. This other shade isn't as pink. This is kind of like a lighter pink. It looks different when I swatch them, but on the lips it looks kind of similar. This is just, you guys can see it's a little bit less cool tone because this is more beigey, and this is slightly, it's still on the cool tone pink side, but it's more bright and less muted. And I'd say it's slightly more warm than this one, even though it's a cool tone light pink. This is just another one of my go-tos whenever I want like a natural, like light pink shade. I just think it's honestly so beautiful. And this is just one of my favorites. Now, honestly, these kind of shades don't flatter everyone because they are so pale. But I think, again, if you wear a lip liner with it, this would really flatter more people. Like, even my sister was like, this shade is a little bit light for her. But I'm like, but if you wear a lip liner, it will look even better. So, and I just think these shades are really nice if you want to do a pink kind of tone, but pinks don't work out for you because they're super light. Other pinks can be a little bit bright on me, and I'm not a huge fan of them, so I totally get that. But these shades I do wear with lip liners sometimes, and I find them to be even better that way. Okay, so the next shade I'm going to mention is a classic MAC lipstick. This is MAC Angel. I got this one a while ago. So let's see if it swatches. I need to get a new one ASAP. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to swatch on my lips too. I broke it when I got it pretty much. It's definitely going to be time for a new one, unfortunately. Okay, so this shade is beautiful. So this is what it looks like swatched. So this one's a little bit warmer than this one. This one's more cool tone. You can see that it's brighter and it has more white in it. This one is a little bit less cool tone, but it's still on the cool tone pink side. Sorry, my swatch is kind of bad, but this is what it looks like on the lips. It's a nice light pink shade, but really flattering, works on a decent amount of skin tone. And even if it doesn't, wear it with a lip liner and it will look nice. So I love this shade. I actually like to wear this with a lip liner. I usually pair it with East End Snob by Rimmel. That's like my favorite way to wear this, but yeah. Okay, so the next shade I'm going to share with you guys, this is Revlon lipstick, and it's in the shade Primrose. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to swatch it for you guys. I need to get a new one of this one too. So these are kind of similar shades, if you can tell. It's kind of seems closer to this one. But this one is pretty bright. It's like a light pink with a lilac shift. So it's like between a light pink and a lilac shade. It's so pretty. Look at that. So my favorite way to wear this is actually not to just put it all the way on, because I like to dab it on my lips, lightly dab it. And I think that is like the way it looks so beautiful. So it just looks better to me this way. Because otherwise it will kind of like pull. If I put this on full length, it looks very bright. It's a very brightening lipstick because it has like that lilac-y tone to it. And it's got like a kind of like a whiteness underneath it. So it's very bright looking. But this is my favorite way to wear this, and I think it looks the most flattering this way. Now I'm gonna put it on full so you guys can see it. I still wear it this way as well. It just depends. Kind of depends on the time of year and how my skin tone is, if I want to pull it off all the way. So you guys can see just how bright it becomes once I put it on without just dotting it on my lips and putting on full swipe. It's really pretty. It's kind of like slightly leaning on the Barbie pink side, but it's not as bright as that, so I think it's like flattering still. Okay, so the next shade I'm gonna share with you guys is a Rimmel lipstick. Now these have been discontinued. I actually had to get rid of one of my favorite Rimmel shades, which made me really sad. My favorite one's Airy Fairy, but that one's discontinued. This one is also discontinued, unfortunately. They just keep discontinuing all their lipsticks, which is unfortunate because they're so good. This is the shade 08. I just think it's so pretty. I'm gonna swatch it for you guys. Okay, so this is what it looks like swatched and then on my lips. This shade is beautiful to me. This one's definitely more flattering, like in a way, because it's deeper. So, you know, it's still kind of got that beigey, slightly pinkness to it, but it's a nude. But it's more creamy. And then it's a little bit deeper, kind of like a mauve-y kind of beige, but it's so pretty. I hope that Rimmel makes more lipsticks like this again, because these were like the best ones in my opinion. Yeah, I just think like ever since they got rid of like the Kate collection and stuff, I was kind of disappointed because they just had amazing lipsticks from that collection. Okay, so the next one is e.l.f. Natural. This is old too. Yeah. But this is like a lip pen. So I'm going to swatch it for you guys. Let me swatch it. You know what? I'm going to get rid of these swatches first, because I want to have like a clean slate. I don't know how people do it in their swatch videos because it just gets all over. They make it look so easy. And the only reason why I'm swatching my arm is so you guys can see it without like on the lips, because on the lips it can pull different depending on your lip color. Which it doesn't help either because everyone's skin tone's different too, but I think it's a little bit easier to see the true shade than just on the lips. Okay. Okay, so this is the shade Natural. So this one to me pulls almost mauve, like a gray beige. It's kind of like a beige shade, if you guys can see that. Very gray toned. And almost looks slightly mauve. I really like this shade. It's very cool toned. As you guys can see, it's pretty beigey and gray. But I think it's nice whenever like you're wearing, like I usually wear this with like mauve-y kind of outfits that I have. I like to pull this shade out for that. And I just think it looks really nice. I think it would actually be, like right now it's looking more beigey and less pink, but I remember it used to look more pink, so it might depend on the lighting. But it's really nice, and I think it goes with a lot of different outfits, but it is very cool tone, so just note that. Okay, so the next shade I'm going to swatch for you guys is Rimmel 14. This is also discontinued. Now the e.l.f. one, I don't think that one's discontinued, but this one definitely is because it's a Rimmel lipstick, and a lot of the Rimmel ones I really liked got discontinued. This is what it looks like. I'm going to swatch it for you guys. I tried to keep it all the shades in kind of like the same family, but it's not perfect. The same color family, I meant to say. This is another one of those beige, slightly mauve shades, but very gray toned. Like right now, I don't really like it on me. I feel like it kind of adds to me looking dead. But again, with some makeup on, I think this is a really pretty shade. And this has been one of my go-tos for a while now. It's just so pretty. And I love to wear it whenever I wear like mauve-y outfits. I also wear it with pink sometimes. I think it looks pretty with that. Or whatever, purple too, whatever I want, but usually a more cool tones kind of outfit. Okay, so the next shade I'm going to swatch for you guys. So these are new finds for me, but I really love them, so I had to mention them. The first one is a L'Oreal lipstick, and I didn't buy it for a while because I couldn't stand the smell of these, but now I really like them. So this is New Confidence, okay? I love this shade so much. I just want to show you guys. So this is the shade, kind of like Swatch. It's lighter than these other ones. So this is slightly more warm too and slightly more peachy. This ended up being one of my favorites from the new line. This is what it looks like. So pretty, and I think this is very flattering, and it would pair with a lot of different outfits. So I really like this shade. It is also slightly more warm tone, but it's pretty light. So this is what it looks like, swatch on my arm and then on my lips. But yeah, this has ended up being one of the shades that I'm wearing on a day-to-day basis. So had to mention that one. Okay, so the next shade that I have to mention to you guys is 173 New Impertinent. I'm sure you guys heard of this one, but it's absolutely beautiful. This is supposed to be the dupe for Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. I believe they're slightly different, the Pillow Talk one. I think I've heard or I've seen that the Pillow Talk one is more cool toned and it's more mauve-y. This one is not as cool toned, but very close. And the finish is different. I think the other one's closer to being a matte. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's absolutely beautiful. I just think it's so flattering, and whenever I want that like perfect nude shade, to me this is one of them. It's just so like perfect. It's got enough depth to it, but not too much. Yeah, it's just really flattering. And whenever I want like a pretty natural kind of shade that goes with a lot of different looks, this is a go-to. So I had to mention that one. I did have another one, and I don't know, I meant to bring it with me for this video, but I'm not seeing it, which is making me disappointed. But that one is even more of my favorite than this one. It's a slightly darker, but very similar. And I believe it's called New Authentique, and that one's my favorite one. I'll show you guys that one in a different video. But that one is my top favorite. I actually like it even more than this one. Okay. So the next shade I'm going to mention to you guys is a Milani lipstick. This is in the shade 89 Naked. So this is what it looks like. I'm actually going to compare it to Matte Naked, which I'm going to do next for you guys. So you guys can see they're very similar. This one looks slightly darker and slightly more cool tone though. So this is Naked. I'm going to swatch it for you. So this is just that absolutely beautiful pinky, darky pink nude shade. Slightly leaning like rosy or mauve. And this one isn't matte, like the matte Naked. It's just like a different finish, more of the cream finish. I like this one because I think it's very flattering, and I think it goes with a lot of looks too, a lot of different looks. So that is why I love this one. But yeah, this is just a shade like I just find myself reaching for so much. Okay, so the next shade I'm going to swatch for you guys is Matte Naked by Milani. So we're going to swatch it next. I want to see how different it looks like compared to each other. Wow, they are different. Okay. Okay, so this one's obviously more cool toned, slightly pink. And then this one's just like a nice, like, nude shade. Slightly pink, but mostly nude. Hey guys, I just have to say that this is one I just absolutely love to reach for. And it's so pretty, it's so flattering, it's perfect for the fall time if you like slightly more pinky mauve kind of nude shades, or I could just say pink nudes, not really mauve. So pretty. But yes, I absolutely love it. Let's see here. Okay, so the next shade I'm gonna swatch for you guys is hashtag 2020 by Juvia's Place. So this is what it looks like. It's super pretty. This is the shade right here. Absolutely beautiful. Very similar to this one. This is one that's really just become like growing on me. I absolutely love it. It was from the Mauves collection, I believe. But it is so beautiful. I love Juvia's Place lipsticks now that I've tried them. And yeah, I just like the color so much. But swatch on my arm and then on my lip. It's got that beigey kind of undertone, but it's more on the like mauve-y side. So it's a really pretty, really flattering. Okay, so the next shade I'm gonna swatch for you guys is another Juvia's Place, and this is called A Mauve Moment. So this is what the shade looks like. It's actually comparable to this one. So you can see that original Milani Naked compared to this one is similar. Both like a mauve-y kind of rosy tones. Okay, so out of all of her lipsticks that I've tried so far, this one's the most flattering on me, I feel like. But it's so pretty. It's got like a mauve-y kind of rosy pinkness to it, but still being on the nude side, and I find it to be really flattering. I absolutely love this shade so much. Let me fix that. Okay, so the next shade I'm going to swatch for you guys is MAC Myrrh. You know what? I'm going to fix this. I will probably be doing a part 2, guys, because I have so many here. And I still want to bring the other lipstick that I missed, that I didn't bring with me. And I want to show you guys that one because I love it so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is MAC Myrrh. This is such a beautiful rosy, pinky, nude type of shade. It's like a Your Lips But Better, depending on what your lip color is. I would say it's like a rosy kind of shade. I got lipstick on my teeth again. I love this one, and I think it's really flattering and it's really pretty. I mean, if it's too light, wear it with a lip liner. If it's, you know, otherwise I think it's really nice. But love, love, love this one. Okay, so the next shade I'm gonna swatch. This is Twig. Wow, they're so similar. This is Twig. It's very similar in color, or the shade, but it is less pink and slightly more on the, I don't know what color that is, but it's not completely pink. This is one of my favorites, especially during the fall time. I just think it is so stunning and it looks so beautiful. This is the shade. It's almost got like a slightly plumminess to it, depending on your undertone and skin tone and lip color. But it is so, so beautiful. I would say it slightly leans towards like a brown. Like it's like between a pink and a brown. It's so flattering. The next shade's from Maybelline and it's called Almond Rose 565. So beautiful. It's again on that rosy side, but with a hint of brown. I absolutely love this shade. Beautiful pinky tone, rosy, absolutely stunning. Okay, and then the last shade I'm going to swatch for this part of the video is MAC Smoked Almond. It's very similar in the tone. I tried to keep it in a similar tone. This is more on the brown side though. It's got like that red-y pink tone to it, but it still leans more brown. I absolutely love this shade, you guys. It's perfect for the fall time. If you like slightly brown kind of shades, but with a twist, like a little bit pinkness to it. I'd say in certain lightings it pulls more pink. Right now it looks a little bit more brown, but I've seen it where it looks more pink on me. It just depends. But this shade is so beautiful, and I think it's perfect for the fall time. So Smoked Almond. I got it from TJ Maxx too. I get a lot of my MAC lipsticks from TJ Maxx. Okay, so that is the end of this video. I'm gonna do a part 2 for you guys. I want to get my other lipstick though to show you guys, so that's why I'm making a part 2. And then this, I don't have micellar water, so this is super oily and I want to clean that up first. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll meet you at part 2.